Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with another video. So this video is going to be a story time. I haven't done a story time since like it's been a while. I think I have only done one story time here on my channel, but this will be my second story time. So yeah, so today I'm going to be telling you guys about an accident that I had. It's been like over a month and a half, I believe, since I had a car accident. So I'm just going to tell you guys about it. I know I didn't really post on my Snapchat or my Instagram that I got into a car accident just because I didn't want to worry a lot of people, so just kind of kept it to myself. I did explain it once I was recovered, you know, that I had a car accident and stuff like that. So yeah, today I'm just going to be telling you guys what happened. And I did record a little bit when I was at the hospital, and of course I recorded my car, the aftermath of my car. And by the way, my baby's here with me. She's on the iPad. She just woke up. So the car accident happened May the 6th. It's been over 2 months since I got into a car accident. Okay, so I would usually go to school on Mondays and Wednesdays, and it was a Wednesday. So what I would do is I will come home and then go back to school. So for example, I'll come home for like 2 hours, and then my next class was like late, so I will go back to school. So that was my routine, just because I didn't want to be at school and it was lame. So I would prefer coming home and be with my baby and then go to school again. I remember the day before I left to school, I told my mom, I'm like, oh my god, like, you're making some bomb ass food. I can't wait to come back home and eat your food. So whatever, I went to school, and then I got out of my class and I was driving just fine. I even texted my sister before I left school. I texted my sister saying like, oh, is Mia awake or asleep? And then that's the last time I charged my phone. I promise I wasn't texting. I left my phone at the side of the seat and I left. And I remember I was going just fine, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to go home and eat my mom's food and see my baby. And I was pretty happy because it was a good day, and plus I'm like, damn, like, I'm so happy school's gonna like finish and I'm gonna graduate. So yeah, so what happened was I got out of school around like 3:15, I believe, and then I left home. So I was going home and I was going just fine. That specific road is like, it's like new, you know. So in the side there was like a lot of rocks, and then the fields. So there was peach trees on the side. So yeah, so I was driving just fine, you know, going home, and then out of nowhere, guys, it just happened so fast, you know. I didn't know what to do. It just happened so fast. So I don't know, maybe I'm making it up, I just don't remember, but I remember seeing a truck coming towards me. I mean, of course the truck was on the lane, their lane, I mean, and I felt for some reason that he was gonna hit my car, because I feel like he was going a little bit on my lane. And that's when I kind of went this way, and I remember that I just felt so many rocks on my tires, and that's when the car accident happened. I just remember that. And it's crazy because I flipped. I literally flipped, and it wasn't like an ugly road. It was just that there were so many rocks on the side. So that's the thing. I feel like the rocks caused the accident. I don't know, maybe, I don't know what happened, guys, but the thing was that I got off the road, and when I did that, I flipped and I knocked out like 2 trees. So that's why my car will look how it's gonna look right now. I'm going to post a little clip right here about my car. Guys, look at my car. I know it looks horrible, and I'm so freaking blessed that nothing
bad happened to me, but look at this. Oh my goodness. Go this way. By the way, I'm using a walker right now because I can't walk.
So yeah, guys, I know. I don't know what to say. My car is gone. It's trash. I just can't believe that that's my car. I'm like, damn, like that accident was really bad, that it wasn't like a big deal. I just got off the road and that accident could have caused so many like damage. Like, look at my car, guys. I'm just so grateful that God was there with me. I know someone was there with me because other things could have happened, and I'm so grateful and happy that I have my baby. Of course, why would I have my baby? I never take my baby to school. But yeah, anyways, so I crashed, I flipped, and my car was just on the tree, or I don't know how that happened. And guys, I don't know how, but the only thing I remember was me already off the car. Like, I was already outside the car, and I was just seeing so many people around me, maybe the workers, and I know there was supposedly a guy who helped me. So I just see blurry, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm hurt, like, you know, like I was already like, what the heck happened? Like, I was shocked. I was like, what happened? I'm like, oh my gosh. That's when I'm like, oh my god, I got into a car accident. And I didn't remember that at the time. I didn't remember how the accident happened. Of course, my freaking head was all crazy. But then I was just outside the car, sitting down, and I was like looking around, and that's where I see the car. The car, I'm like, oh my god, that's my car. I was so scared, but then I come down. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. But then the ambulance came, and then I couldn't walk. They had to help me. I couldn't walk. I didn't know what was going on. I just remember being in the ambulance, and you know, I was like, oh my god, I got into a car accident. I wasn't so scared once I got into the ambulance, but oh, by the way, so while I was outside the car already, the sheriff was asking me questions like, where's your phone? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, do you know any number, your mom's number, your sister's, anyone's number? I'm like, no, I don't. So I don't know, I just told them my name, and they figured it out. They came to my house, you know, and talked to my parents. I'll explain a little bit about what happened with my parents. So I got to the hospital, and I was just like, oh my god, like.
So I do have like a little fracture right here. I think I have like little broken bones, or I don't know. And I cannot move my right side leg at all. I cannot walk. And right here hurts a little bit because of the seatbelt, and then my lower back. And yeah, I just have some scratches, but you can't really see right now. As you can see, it hurts really bad. And yeah, and then I do have this little scratch right here. Like I said, I do have pains when I walk because I cannot walk by myself. I have to use a walker. And yeah, I cannot put any pressure on my right leg. It hurts.
I just couldn't walk, and I was just hurt. Like, my back hurted a lot, like side of my hip hurted, right here my chest, and my arm. This arm, I don't know if you guys could see, but this is my arm. It looks really ugly right now, but this arm was swollen, like swollen so bad, and I couldn't even move it because it hurt. And that's where I think that that's where the tree hit me, because the tree hit me like this side. So when they're like, okay, we're gonna do some x-rays of your arm and your pelvis because we think it's broken. And then when I heard the broken, I was so scared, guys. I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to walk, because I couldn't walk. It hurted so bad. So whatever, they did the x-rays, and then I was like, my mom, and like in my head I'm like, what are they gonna say? And I didn't have my phone with me. I couldn't text no one because I didn't know what was, I didn't even know what my phone was. So yeah, they did the x-rays, and then they came to the room and told me that, they just told me that my arm was just fine. There was just a lot of bruising and it was just so swollen, but other than that it was fine. But they did say that I did fracture my pelvis. It's funny because they're like, you did break your pelvis, but in a good way. And I was like, what? I broke it, but in a good way, what the fuck? But they said that I just had fractured it a little bit, so they didn't have to do surgery on me, which thank the Lord, thank you so much, because I would be freaking scared. And yeah, so they said that it was going to recover by itself, but still I couldn't walk. So they were like, okay, I don't know how you did it, but you don't have any broken bones. And they said that it was common for me to like break my what's the thing called, not ribs, is it ribs? Yeah, costillas, ribs. I'm so bad at this. Yeah, that was that. And I couldn't walk, so it hurted so much to walk, but I tried my best to use a walker to walk, so that happened. So then later on, while I was at the hospital, my mom went to see me and my husband and my sister. And then my sister came in the room, and then she's like, oh my god, you okay? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know how it happened, it just happened. I was like, I got emotional. I was scared, guys, to be honest. Like, until now, I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, you know, it was no one's fault. I wasn't my fault. I remember I was just being fine. But at the moment, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just so happy and thank the Lord that nothing happened to me. My sister was like, you should have seen my mom when the sheriff went to the house to tell her that you got into a car accident. I was like, oh my god, I feel bad. And so my sister said that the sheriff just asked for my parents. So my mom was telling my sister like, what's wrong, what happened, like, why is the cop here? And like, my mom doesn't know English, so my sister was explaining to her like, oh, I don't know yet, he's about to tell me. So that's when the cop told my sister, was like, well, your sister got into a car accident and I think she broke her pelvis. The cop was telling her all this stuff. So that's where my sister told my mom about what happened. And my mom just went to the room and started crying. That's why my sister told me. She's like, dude, yeah, like, she was just crying. It's like, I knew something was going on, because I knew that around like 4 she'll be home, and she wasn't home. I'm like, why isn't she here yet? She told me she was gonna come. So my mom was already like, kind of like, why is she home, you know? She went and of course seen me at the hospital, and guys, she started crying. Like, she was started crying, and it hurts me because as a mom, you know, like, that's your kid, and you know, a lot of worse could have happened. And she was just like, oh my god, mija. And you know, it was pretty sad, but I told her, I'm like, I'm okay, like, everything will be okay. I was in the hospital for 2 days or 3 days. Yeah, I think it was. So the day I got into the car accident, and then 2 days after. So 3? Yeah. After the accident, the next day, as I was at the hospital, there was this guy who came in my room, and he was like, oh, you Maria? And I was like, yeah. Right away, his face just looked familiar. And I was like, where have I seen him? So then he's like, oh, you don't remember me? And I was like, no. He's like, I was the one helping you when you got into the car accident. And I was like, Oh yeah, now I remember. It's funny because I was like, wait, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I work here. And I was like, really? I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. Like, it's crazy. He worked there at the hospital, and it was, of course, the next day. So I was like, oh, like, where were you going when that car accident happened? He's like, oh, I was going home from work. And I was like, oh wow, because the car accident happened around like 3:30, I believe. So he was going home and I was going home. So he was, of course, driving, and then he seen behind where my car flipped, and that's where he went back and helped me. And he said, okay, so what happened? You know, like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, just, you know, I had a fracture my pelvis, but other than that, I'm fine. Just a little hurt, but I'm okay. He's like, oh my god, thank God. He was so nice. He's like, oh my god, like, you're so lucky. He literally kept on telling me that. He's like, you're so lucky someone was there with you, because you're so lucky you're here, because you should have seen the car, you should have seen the accident. It was horrible. And I was like, he was scaring me at the same time. I'm like, oh my god, was it that bad? And keep in mind, guys, at that point I hadn't seen my car, like, you know, with my own eyes, so I don't know how my car ended up. He was like, oh my gosh, girl, when I got there, you were already like climbing yourself out of the car. I was like, what you mean? I thought people like took me out. I was like, no, I don't know how you did it, but you literally climbed like up to your car to get out, and we just pulled you out. And I was like, when he told me that, guys, I was like, what the fuck? I did it myself. Like, I literally, like, I did it, guys. Like, I don't know how I did it, but I, you know, I did it all by myself. He's like, girl, like, you're so lucky. I don't know how you did that, but you did it. And I was like, so from where did I like get out? Because my car was like sideways, and so all the crash and the ugly crash was in the driver's side, so obviously where I was. So I couldn't get out this side because, you know, I was like that. And the windows from this side were all broken. The window in the back was all broken. But these windows that were in this side and the passenger side, they weren't broken at all. But I couldn't get out from there. So I climbed myself up. I don't remember that part, to be honest, guys. I do not remember that part. The only thing I remember was I was already out of the car. And when the guy, you know, went to visit me at the hospital, it was so nice of him, you know. He went to see how I was doing because he worked there. So he was the one that told me, and I could not believe him. I'm like, really? And then he left, and he gave me his phone number just in case, you know, I need to contact him for some reason. So yeah, that happened, and it's just crazy. I still can't believe it. Oh my god, my head. So I'm just so grateful that I'm here. Thank Lord. Thank the angels that were there by my side, because it could have been worse. Oh my god, I got the chills. Right now my pelvis is still recovering, but they said everything will go back to normal by itself. So yeah, guys, I think that's about it. Always remember, drive safe, be careful. I mean, accidents happen, you never know, but either way, be careful, and, you know, drive safe. And yeah, guys, I think that's about it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, which maybe you didn't because it was kind of, you know, crazy. But I just wanted to do a story time for you guys, for those who don't know. I really hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.